Okay guys, I am on my own today and I'm at QPAC to chat to one of the brilliant cast members of Pretty Woman the Musical. So I will try my best KB impersonation. Hello and welcome to In Case You Want to Take Notes, the podcast for performers, by performers, opening the book on the business of show business. We talk about hat stands a lot on this podcast, and today's guest is an absolute hat stand. She's a dancer, a singer. She creates and co-produces her own shows, an award-winning choreographer, a swing, a dance captain, a teacher, and next year she adds director to the list with her directoriographer debut at the Hayes Theatre in Sydney with We Are the Tigers. But she is currently here in Brisbane for the Australian premiere of Pretty Woman the Musical. Welcome to Chiara Assetta.
Hello. What an intro, thank you.
I love my intros.
Yeah,
it's fun to
really
kind of deep dive into everybody's past.
Yeah, it makes me be like, oh.
Did I do all those things?
Wow, was that me?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, that's really cool.
That's cool.
So, do you mind if we just start with, let's just start from the beginning.
Sure.
And go through.
Yep.
So, you are actually one of the only people that I've noticed that actually lists who you studied with in your bio.
Yeah, I do.
Is that because you just love GY as much as I did?
Potentially, yes.
Yeah.
I also just think that you are the person you are because of who trained you.
Yeah.
And I think that I definitely wouldn't be the performer I am today without the training and the guidance and the people that were my role models growing up.
Yeah.
And so Glenda at the Glenda School of Dance was a really, and still is a really huge inspiration and role model for me.
Yeah.
And yeah, was so important in creating so many opportunities that led me to where I am today. Like, we performed so much as kids growing up. Like, the opportunities that we were given going to that school were second to none. So like, I'm very aware that my training and growing up there and the privilege of going to that school kind of set so many foundations for the performer I am.
Yeah, we talk in our first episode, we talked about like the different ways that we were taught growing up.
Yeah.
And I was like, I was lucky I went to these really good schools.
Yeah.
And like Glenda's so good. They teach you kind of the behind the scenes of what you need to know.
Yeah.
And they take you to auditions. And they give you
100%.
industry experience.
And Glenda, and as well as like the teachers as well that we got to have, because Glenda got those amazing teachers that were working in the industry into the studio. We also just like learned how to be professionals on a job. Yeah. Like, there was so much we were learning without even knowing it. And because she is such a professional and the way she holds herself, I always admired. And like, that's why I always saw her growing up being like, I want to be like that walking into a room. Like, she just had that energy.
Yes.
And then the same thing from when I went to then 85.
Yeah.
You know, Eleanor, William and Mario, the directors of the 85 full-time, they were also really big influences on me and role models, and still are as well.
Yeah.
Because the training we got at 85, again, I believe was just like second to none. Yeah. And yeah, I just like am so grateful for those mentors because they did really shape who I am as a performer, as well as, you know, my beautiful family.
Of course.
Which obviously we will get to.
We will get to.
But yeah, I feel very lucky to have grown up and was taught by those institutions. And so I think that it's pivotal to have that at the beginning, to be like, I am the performer I am today because of everything that I did, but also I had such an incredible network of people that helped me become who I am. And I'm grateful to them, and I want them to know that.
That's so nice. Yeah, I was flicking through your program, I think for Pretty Woman. I was like, oh, look, she lists them. I love this.
Yeah, yeah.
It's nice. It's a nice way of like shouting them out.
100%. Yeah, because I think they deserve that, because, like I said, I wouldn't be here without their support and, you know, them being such incredible influences and role models to me.
And I'm like, you go back to those schools and teach, right?
I do, yeah. Which is also just like so special.
Yeah.
To be able to go and like, you know, impart now my wisdom and energy and...
When you're the kick-ass like industry professional they're bringing in, babe.
Which is crazy. But I love that, because they were the people that inspired me.
Yeah.
And so knowing that I could potentially then inspire the younger generation and be telling them the things that, you know, it's not just about being talented, like it's also you being a good person and being you know, easy to work with, and always putting your hand up and understanding what everyone's role is in the building. It's not just about you. It takes so many people to make a show work, or to make a company work. And I think it's like when you have that appreciation and understanding of like everything that's happening around you, not just what you're doing as well, I'm like, you also just become someone that people want to work with because you're aware of everyone else, not just yourself.
Which is proved in the fact that you're quite in demand. Literally.
Thank you.
You're busy. You're a busy girl.
Busy, a little bit
Super busy. All right, so from 85, we went to Universal Studios.
I did, yes. Universal Studios Japan.
Wild.
For 16 months.
And this is like the first living away from your family.
Yeah, my mum was not coping. Like
Because you guys are close,
yes.
right? Like you three.
Yeah.
I remember like your mum being around at the studio.
Yeah.
And you guys are just like a tight unit.
We are,
So
yeah.
that must have been hard for both of you.
Yeah, my mum, so I wanted to go to Whopper, and my mum was like, no, if you're talented, you can go to somewhere here in Sydney.
You find local.
Yeah, she was like, if you're talented enough, you'll make it no matter where you go. And I was like, she wasn't wrong.
She's not wrong. Yeah.
And so when I booked Japan, she was like, oh, well, you're not going. And I was like, Mum, this is
Mum, no, I'm
this
going.
is it. I was like, this is the career. I was like, this is what I've worked so hard for. This is the beginning of it.
This is huge, Mum.
This is huge. Yeah, she was like, Nap, you can get something huge here. And I was like, no, Mum, I have to go. Because doing a theme park was also something that was like never on my radar. Like I was always, and because I was also looking up to my brother, Daniel.
Yes.
I was like, oh, well, he got a musical halfway through second year of 85. Yeah. So I will get a musical straight away as well. Like that's just how it works.
Yeah.
And so when no musicals were really auditioning, and we weren't really allowed to audition for too much either during full time because they wanted us to be ready before we went into audition rooms, which is the smart thing to do because you don't want to present yourself too early when you're not ready to be in a room.
You want to be fully cooked.
Correct. Yeah. And so Universal was one of the first auditions we were allowed to go do. Like they let us take the whole day off to go audition.
That's cool.
And I was like, oh, I'm not going to go. And William was like, well, you're going because everyone's going. And I was like, I just don't think I want to work for a theme park. And he was like, no one said you booked it. And I was like, no, you're so right. Of course, no one said I've booked anything actually. Yeah, he was like, no, I think you should just go for the experience. And I was like, you're right, I should. And then, went in for the audition, had the best time. It was like one of my favorite auditions. Like
amazing.
The team, which is so amazing. They made us feel so comfortable. The room was so warm. And I made it to the end of the audition process. And then it was only, so we were meant to we auditioned in the end of September and we were meant to find out in December if we booked the contract.
Yep.
2 weeks later, I got a phone call saying that someone that was currently there was finishing their contract early. So they wanted me to replace the end of that person's contract to then do the original 13-month contract.
So you're going even longer. Sorry, Mum.
So sorry, Mum, I'm actually leaving. So then they said to me, how soon can you get here? And then I was like, well, the day after grad. And so I literally left the day after the 85 grad. Yeah, for 16 months. And I was like, I'm so sorry, bye, Mum. Except, she was like,
she still had Daniel at that point.
She still had Daniel living at home. Well, he was kind of like he was doing...
He was touring.
He was doing Cats, so he was touring. So, but I was like, in Australia.
He's in Australia.
But
hop on a plane, it's fine.
That's right, yeah. But so that was kind of like the beginning of Japan. And in the end, Mum came too, and she was like, no, this is what you want. I have to get used to this. And I was like,
sweet Mama.
And I was like, Mum, this is happening because you wanted me to, pursue this. And with all of her love and support, I was like, I've now booked a gig.
Look at the children she's produced.
I know, she's quite iconic. She's an iconic woman.
A great lady.
Yeah, no, she's the best. Her and my dad were very supportive of Daniel and I growing up, just wanting to give us absolutely everything.
I mean, look at the wealth of content you guys have
Yeah.
from when you're little.
Oh, literally, the video camera was on us all the time.
I love it. I don't think anybody has that much documentation.
No, we have so much. There's still so much stuff that we haven't even sifted through because there was you know, the goal of it was to get as much as we could for when we did siblingship.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, there's still so many videos that we didn't even get to because we were like, we found enough good content for like this, and we were like, maybe siblingship 2.0, we can like go through some more videos and see what else.
Till you can lure him back.
That's right, exactly. Yeah. Oh yeah. No,
he's being so far away. He can do it over like video link or something.
No, Daniel was like, we're doing siblingship 2.0 on Broadway.
Oh yeah, brilliant.
I was like, great, I'll see you there.
No worries.
I was like, set it up. I'll go sit. Call me when it's ready. I'll fly over.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
But I'm also booked for these dates.
However. No. But
well, let's jump into your family now because that feels right.
Yeah.
So you and your brother, obviously, both in the industry.
Yeah.
Both smashing it.
Thank you.
How does it feel with him so far away?
Oh, not well. So Daniel and I are best friends.
Truly.
Yeah, like he is my bestest friend.
Since you were little, I remember like you two being thick as thieves.
Yeah, and like everyone thought we were twins growing up as well because we were just so similar. And at one point we were the same height as well for ages. And so like we used to do a lot of modelling work because everyone thought we were twins and things like that. But yeah. Just, you know, your usual stuff.
Just casual
modelling
brother
in Westfields. But yeah, so we grew up really close, but as we've gotten older, we've gotten even closer because we're basically the exact same person. I'm just a girl and he's a boy.
Brilliant.
It's literally the only thing that makes us different, really. But yeah, we're just so close, and we have always been just so supportive of each other our entire lives. Like so many people were like I used to be called Daniel Assetta's sister for such a long time. And everyone was like, didn't you hate that?
We'll call him Chiara's brother. It's fine.
Yeah, well, now actually, I've got a funny story I can tell you later. But, like, everyone used to be like, don't you hate being called Daniel Assetta's sister? But I was like, no, it is an honor to be his sister. Like, I was like, he is like my biggest role model and inspiration in the whole world.
He's probably your biggest fan.
And he's also my biggest fan, and I'm his biggest fan. And so like I never ever saw that as like a negative thing. Like I was so proud to be his sister. And so like when people would call me that, I'd be like, yeah, I am. Like it was such an honor for me.
Yes, I am.
Yes, that would be me. Yes, that would be me. But yeah, and so like, and because there was always just nothing but love and support for each other, like we never felt anything other than that always. And so like, I think, you know, I was very lucky to have him growing up because also, as much as I like to think that I would be doing what I'm doing without him, he was like, I mean, I literally came out of the womb and got handed a microphone to be his backup singer. So like, I didn't really get given even a choice. He literally was like, thank God my backup singer's arrived. And so like from get-go, it was like, this is what I'm doing and I'm doing it by your side. Like, and so I think, yeah, and as much as I miss him so much, and like we talk like every day, like, he has to be there. Yeah. Like the fact that he is on Broadway,
smashing it.
He's literally and
guys, he's Shakespeare.
He's literally understudy Shakespeare on Broadway in Anne Juliet. And I'm like,
he's unlocked like Lance and stuff as well. Like he's done a whole bunch.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And like for him, Broadway was always the goal. Like he was always like, I'm going over there, and I was always like, I know you are, and you're going to do it, and I'm going to stay here. Yeah. But I will support you from here, and we will do this thing.
I will love you from Australia.
I will love you from Australia. And even though he's always like, you should just come for a holiday and then maybe stay for a bit longer, maybe audition for things. Like while you're here, I'm like, Daniel, no. I'm coming to visit you. I'm literally just coming to visit you, and I'm going home.
I've got mum. I've got my husband.
I've got my husband. It's a whole thing here.
Yeah.
And I'm
Chelsea. How are you going to go without Chelsea?
Oh, she'd kill me if I moved over there, unless I brought her with me.
I did see that she went with you guys over.
She did,
the holiday.
Yes. She extended our honeymoon and tacked us off onto the end of it. She was like, I'll meet you in New York. I was like, of course
we'll go see Dan together.
Yeah. I was like, sure. But yeah, no, he's meant to be. He's exactly where he's meant to be. And I'm so proud of him. And like when I went over there to watch him do Shakespeare, I literally could not see a thing because I was bawling my eyes out the entire time. Literally, I was like, not sure how you did. I was too busy crying and yelling, and the people next to me were like, is she all right? It was like having a conniption in the audience. I was like, my brother's Shakespeare. And they were like,
you don't understand.
Yeah, like, you don't understand. My brother's actually Shakespeare. And they were like, oh. But yeah, like I'm just like immensely proud of him. And just like, yeah, always will be his biggest cheerleader. And yes, not coping without him, but I'm like, he's literally living his dreams. Yeah. And so like, that's exactly where he's meant to be.
And it must be killing him that he's not here seeing you smash this one as well.
Oh, he was like, when you go on as Vivian, he's like, I'm going to have to invent teleportation. Because he's also seen me do everything.
Yeah.
And I've seen him do everything. Like, he watched me do, like, 4 of the 6 queens in 6. Like,
wow.
He, like, made sure that, like, he saw as much as he could.
That's a lot when you unlocked all 6.
Yes. Yeah. And also, like, he was doing Hamilton at the same time. And it was like, so it was, like,
right.
just worked out with, like, breaks.
Across the street or something.
Yeah,
right?
in Melbourne. 6 was here and Hamilton was here.
Well, and you were nearly here together. But he had to go and be on Broadway.
Yes, and he had to go be on Broadway. But
fine.
Yeah, I'm like,
nearly in the same building, so close.
I know. So yeah, but he's where he's meant to be. So
okay. Well, while we're talking about Dan, let's talk about siblingship.
Yes.
So how did this happen?
Okay. So when I came back from Japan, Daniel was doing Book of Mormon, and he was like, okay, we're both in the country and the same state at the exact same time. And we were both like, we don't know how long that's going to last for. Yeah. So, and we have, like, since literal birth, all we've been doing our whole lives is putting on shows for our family.
Yeah.
And so we always knew that in our adult life, we were going to put on a show together. We just didn't know when and what it was going to be and that kind of thing. But then when we were in Sydney at the same time, we were like, okay, we're going to do a show. At this point, we still were like, not sure what it's going to be.
But maybe something.
But we had the haze in mind, and we were like, maybe it's just like a cabaret of us kind of like telling our story of, like, you know, living in an Italian household as 2 young, ambitious performers wanting to make it in musical theatre.
Brilliant.
Yeah, we were like, how good. And then my brother's husband, Tobias, is a phenomenal writer.
Yeah.
And so he was like, well, I'll help you guys write it.
Aww.
And so it was Daniel, myself, and Tobias, and we literally just sat around the dining room table, and Tobias just pressed, like, record on a voice memo, and he was like, go. And we were like, okay, so we feel like it should kind of, like, start like this and, like, you know, have this in it, and, like, in between it we're, like, having arguments and, like,
and he's just sitting there like, this is my life and this is what I've chosen.
Yeah, he's like, and this is going to be fantastic content. Yeah. And so basically we put together, like, this trailer of, it was just Daniel and I basically just, like, being ourselves on a trailer that had nothing to even do with what the show was going to be about. Yeah. Because at that point we were like, well, we don't want to create an entire show and then no one wants to kind of support it and put us up. So we made this trailer and we sent it through to the Haze, and then they turned around and were like, yeah, let's do it. And then we were like, shit, now we need to write a show. Because at the moment,
we got the yes.
It was it was literally just Daniel and I being like, hello, I'm Daniel Assetta's sister. And he was like, and I am Daniel Assetta. And this was basically all it was, the trailer. And they were like, we love it. So then we wrote the show with the help of Tobias. He kind of like make sense.
Which is, by the way, published author.
A published author.
Of multiple books.
Multiple books. His 5th book is about to come out. So stay tuned.
What a family.
Yeah. Very, like, and all of his books are just, like, phenomenal. Like, and the fact that he is also, like, he's a performer.
Yeah.
And also works in a publishing book agency.
You guys, there's no more room on the hat rack for all of your hats.
All the hats have been worn. No, literally crazy talented. But yeah, so he helped us write the show, and then we got Danielle Barnes and Scott Irwin as our directors, who are a husband and wife.
Yeah. Which
felt correct as our directors because we are brother and sister.
Family dynamic.
It was like it was the whole family dynamic. And then we ended up touring it and, like, doing, like, a little tour, and it was like a sold out tour around Australia, which was crazy. Because also that was like my first tour was the show that we produced ourselves, which was also
cute, though.
It was also very
Daniel
special.
dragging you around the country,
showing you
what to do before you
correct. Yeah,
I will show you. I will teach you.
Yeah, he's like, this is how you tour a musical.
Butterfly.
Literally. So that was definitely, like, one of the most special things I've done, and getting to do it with him, because being in a show together, we knew it was going to be so tricky. So we were like, well, let's just do it ourselves.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
And it means it's on your terms.
Yeah, which was amazing, because then it was like we worked it around his schedule, and then you know, and then ended up being around my schedule too, because then I booked West Side and I did Good Omens and the dismissal, and that all happened before it. But it was perfect timing for then all the other things that we were doing at the time, which was great.
West Side was your debut in Australia.
Yes.
At the Opera House.
Yes. Well, technically on the Sydney Harbour water.
Yeah, like in front of the Opera House.
In front of the Opera House.
Literally sandwiched between, you know, iconic.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, which was like...
What a way.
A dream.
What a way to be like, hello, Australia, I'm here.
A literal dream come true. Like, in such an iconic musical, in an iconic location. And I had been working so hard since I got back from Japan to try and, like, crack it in the musical theatre industry. Yeah. So that happening was, like, just, like, dreams come true vibes.
Like, it's amazing.
Yeah,
what a way to be like, yeah, I debuted... on the harbour, in West Side Story.
Yeah.
For like Australian opera, like it's fine.
Yeah, it was very special.
Flex.
Very special, very special.
Okay, and from there, I'm getting hazy on timeline now. Then you do 6?
So after West Side, I did Good Omens and choreographed The Dismissal.
Yep.
Which was my first time I ever choreographed anything. So that was like my introduction into the choreography world.
Ugh.
And this was the premiere of The Dismissal. So this was the very first time, it was like the world premiere of it.
Yep, great.
And
foreshadowing. She has another one of those.
A lot of foreshadowing.
Yeah.
That was just like an incredible experience, and it was the first time I kind of like dipped my toes into like the choreography world, which was not something that I ever thought I was actually going to do. It wasn't until that moment that I was kind of like, oh, I really enjoy this.
Yeah.
And was like, maybe this is a path that I potentially go down. But didn't think too much into it.
Yeah.
It was just kind of like a project that I'd been asked to do. We did it. I got really great responses from it, but I just thought it was people being nice because they knew it was my first time, so I didn't really know who to trust.
Because your sweet little self's just like, that's so nice of you. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
everyone's like, no, we're really serious. You're very talented.
And I was like, okay, thanks. I was like, didn't believe anybody. But in my eyes, I was just proud that I had like done something that I'd never done before. And obviously, yes, I had been a teacher and like had, you know, worked at dance schools and choreographed performances for like, you know, concerts for dance schools.
Different than a story though.
Different than a story, and like a through line of a story too, and like having themes that present itself throughout the whole show, and connecting it to the actors and all those other things, and like they have to sing at the same time consistently through the show, and just all these things that I think, it was the first time I had to really do that. So that was just like such a fun experience that I then kind of thought that would kind of maybe be it though, which was
spoiler alert, it wasn't.
Spoiler alert, it wasn't. But yeah, so that was that period of time, and then we did dismissal then we did siblingship at the end of that year.
Yeah.
And then I was meant to do Everybody's Talking About Jamie.
Right.
And that was going to be the first time I was going to dance Captain Swing. But then
COVID happened.
Yeah, spoiler alert. Then COVID happened.
COVID.
Yes. So that kind of like...
So you went in that original cast that got shut down by COVID?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You were in that second wave when they had to rejig everything.
Yes.
Okay. So you missed Chloe by like...
So like, yeah.
Right. Also GY alum. Yeah.
But so that was the saddest time ever because it was my first tour that I had also booked.
Yeah.
So that was going to be like my professional debut of like of a touring show.
Yeah.
So it was just me running on my treadmill crying and you don't even know it. So dramatic.
Well, and we didn't know what COVID was. It was shutting everything down.
Yeah.
We didn't know what things were going to look like after that.
100%. And so then after that, and right before COVID as well, I had auditioned for Six the first time.
Yes.
And I got all the way to the end and then didn't book it.
Right.
And was literally like devastated because Six was like my dream show.
Yeah.
And so after COVID, when they were like, Everybody's Talking About Jamie is not coming anymore. And they were like, however, they are looking for an Aragon for Six.
Yes.
And they were like, and they've asked you to come in and audition. And I was like, no. I was like, I'm too hurt. I was like, I can't. I was like, I just know that if I don't get it the second time, I was like, I don't know how I will recover my heart the second time.
Aww.
And, you know, I like thought about it for ages and was like, I was like, don't be ridiculous. You won't get the opportunity if you don't go in.
Yeah.
So I was like, put your sadness aside and just
get dressed. Let's go.
Let's do it.
This. Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, so I went in and the team were like, they heard me do the Aragon stuff, but I knew they were looking for a person of color for Aragon.
Yep.
And
you're like, no,
and I was like, I'm actually not that. But I was like, hey, I'm just going to give myself the opportunity. I'm going to go in the room. They might see me better fit for something else. So I went in, and then they turned around and said to me, would you be interested in being the swing? Like, would you audition for swing dance captain? And I was like, hell yes, because at Universal I was the super swing there.
Yeah.
And I loved being the swing there.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, give me everything.
Because it's all the things that you can do.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
It's like a playground of characters by this point.
And when I did West Side, last minute they also asked me to go on and cover someone that I did not cover.
Yeah.
And the thrill of that was so, because I'm the type of person
Whereas
as well.
This is people's nightmare, and you're like,
yeah. No, I loved it.
Oh my God, yes.
Because I am that person in a rehearsal room that just knows everyone's track.
Yeah.
Because I just love to, I just take it all in, and I just love that. I'm just that type of person. So when they were like, would that be something you would be interested in? And I was like, getting to literally cover all 6 of them in my dream show. Like, I get to play all of them. I was like, that literally is a dream come true for me. And then at the same time being dance captain, which fits in so well with the world of me being a teacher. And I had done my choreography
slots
already.
Right into your skill set.
So yeah, I was like, this is so I was like, absolutely. And so then I started auditioning for the swing stuff, and then did a dance captain call, which was literally teaching them back the choreography.
How is that a different audition when you're doing swing force? Do you have to do bits of all 6?
So I did a bit of everyone.
Whoa.
Yeah, I had to learn. So I went from learning just the Aragon stuff to then learning the other 5 over one night.
So it's oh God. So it's like 6 auditions in one?
Yeah.
With one night around? Oh God.
Yeah, with one night in between.
Girl.
It was the most intense thing I've ever done in my life, because learning all 5 of them and making sure that I was also at the same level of confidence that everyone else was that was auditioning for swing, that had more time to prep the rest of the material. And so that night I think I got to sleep at 4 in the morning, because I was rocking back and forth with the lyrics, I must know all this off by heart.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So by the way, you come in with multiple personalities the next day, and you're like,
oh no,
cool, I've inhabited all of these.
No, I was like, I am all 6. They are all somewhere inside me.
Oh my God. And then on top of that, you have to then teach it back to them as the dance captain.
So the dance captain audition was, they got us to teach them one of the routines back to them. But for me, I was like, that is literally that's my other gig.
Do. Yeah.
I teach. That is what so I was like, I'm in my element. I was like, this is so cool that this is a job. I was
I'm tired, but I'm so happy.
Yeah, no, it was literally so tired, but so happy. So yeah, that was the hardest and most fulfilling audition I've ever done in my life.
Oh my gosh.
And then booked 6, and then did that for 15 months.
Well, let's pause on 6 for a sec, because one of the things I love about 6, they give you your own costume.
Yes.
They celebrate their swings.
They really do.
I don't think any other production celebrates swings like that.
No, and we really felt, especially from all the fans, we felt so loved and appreciated, and
oh, you guys there was t-shirts on sale with your face on them.
I know, my husband has one.
Yes, I love that.
Yeah, it was the Queendom were just so beautiful.
Well, and they were splicing together videos, so that the whole mega mix is
you. No, my Mega Chiara is up there on YouTube.
I love this.
Daniel shows anyone in New York who will watch it, which is hilarious. Again, biggest cheerleader.
They don't do that over there.
No.
They've got their understudies that have swings.
Yeah, and so it was a really beautiful process, being part of that company and the show and the Queendom, and just all the things that also celebrated women and our individualities, and that's what makes us special.
And you guys have a little bit of freedom in the way that you're portraying those characters, right? Because you don't have to be cookie cutter.
No, which is
you don't have to step on and be Chelsea.
That's right. It was you got to step on stage being Kay Howard, with then the elements of Chiara that made Kay Howard who she is as a character.
Amazing.
So which was really special. You don't get to do that with every show.
No, which we're going to touch on in a minute. Yeah, all right, cool. So 6 you did 2 tours.
I did 2 tours
you unlocked
of 6.
2 costumes.
I unlocked 2 costumes.
2 swingos.
2 swingos.
Woman.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
With a Mamma Mia and a zombie in between.
Yes, which again, that's on my list too. So Mamma Mia, you did straight out of 6?
Yeah.
Right, and that you got to do that with Chelsea again, which was the start of you two deciding
that we were just going on every contract together.
Yeah. Honestly, at this point, I think I commented on one of your Instagrams. I'm like, do your agents just like put you out as a duo at this point?
Literally, they were like, so here are our clients.
And they
from
work
separate
really
agencies.
well together. Yeah, they work really well together, and we think you should just hire them both because they'll just be so happy.
Literally, yeah. Yeah, so we were very lucky.
You did Mamma Mia again. You were swinging.
I was dance captain swing.
Yes.
Understudy Ali and Lisa. Yeah.
Amazing. And you unlocked those characters, right?
I did.
When you went through. Great. Yeah. And then you went back to the Haze.
Then I went put my choreography hat back on.
And this is where she starts to win awards for choreography. And you did zombies.
Yes.
And we just had The Lovers up here, which is Laura Murphy's other show.
Yes, Laura Murphy, all hail.
I did not get down for zombies. I was so upset because I was like, this cast is stacked.
Yeah, it was iconic.
And had the Lovers album had just come out, I feel like, when you guys were doing zombies. And I was like, her writing is incredible.
No, Laura Murphy is basically God on earth. I have so much respect for her and her talent and just her as a person. Like, she's amazing. And she has also been, as well as J. James Moody, Laura Murphy has also been the person in my career that has like given me so much opportunity to flex my creative muscles, which has been something that like I will absolutely never take for granted, because like she has seen the potential in me and that has allowed me to like, you know, do these incredible things. And I love working with her and her music because she's just so clever and her writing is so clever. And it makes my job so easy because all of the incredible content is there, like at my fingertips. And so like choreographing, much goodness to work with. Like when she sent me the samples of like the songs for Zombie, I was like, oh, my brain already was like, like it's so cool.
Quick plug, you guys have an album coming out.
Yeah. The Zombie album is coming out so soon, and it's incredible. It's like, it's amazing.
Everyone gets to hear the goodness.
Thank God, because everyone needs to hear it because it's such a good album. Like, she's a genius.
How did she find you?
So Laura was one of the she did the music for The Dismissal.
Foreshadowing.
She did the music, she wrote all the music and the arrangements for The Dismissal.
Right.
And then we were meant to do that with Sydney Theatre Company and Canberra Theatre Company along with Squab Logic. It was going to go, I was meant to do Cry Baby at the Opera House.
Yep.
Then it was meant to go into The Dismissal.
Yep.
And then that was then meant to go into 6.
Your sliding doors moment is wild. Like, you would have been in great careers either way. This is wild. Yeah. Okay.
And that was all meant to happen at the Opera House.
Yep.
And so that's why I then worked even closer with Laura, because we're working with Sydney Theatre Company and Canberra Theatre Company under the umbrella of Squab Logic. Like, we were then doing so much work to like get this get The Dismissal in a place where like it was going to be like on fire.
Yeah.
And then COVID again. Cancelled Cry Baby, cancelled The Dismissal with those companies. And so then when The Dismissal came back again, I didn't get to do it because I was doing Mamma Mia at the same time.
Right.
So that's kind of like where my journey with Dismissal ended.
Yeah.
Which was really sad because I had so much love for that show because it was so clever. Because again, creative people behind it. So it was very good. But that's why, so Laura wrote music and arrangements. So that is how my connection with Laura began. And so then when Zombie was looking for a choreographer, Darren Yap, our director, and Laura interviewed me to my interest in being the choreographer.
Yeah.
And I basically just had to like sell myself with only having ever done The Dismissal, which was also something that I was like, look, I think it was good. I was like,
this is my first pancake. It's a good one.
Yeah, I was like, I think I did a good job. I was like, but I'm just, the thing that made me want to do another show choreographing as well was I had really severe spinal surgery.
Right.
And I potentially, if because it was in my neck, so it was my C5, C6, I had a discectomy 8 weeks before I started 6 rehearsals. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And so they told me, because they went in through the front to remove the disc, and I have a prosthetic disc now in my neck. They told me that there was a chance that my vocal cords got destroyed in the process because they had to like move my vocal cords to the side to like...
And everybody hears the Julie Andrews story and everybody worries about damage to... Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so in that moment, like I had to have like a really serious conversation with myself where I was like, I might not be able to sing ever again. And if I can't sing, then like I really love choreographing, and maybe this is actually something that is part of my journey, and that I am meant to do more choreographing and potential directing in that kind of world. And so when they presented this to me of being like, we would love to, you know, have an interview with you about being potentially the choreographer, I was like, so there is such a big part of me that the reason why as well I loved choreography was because I felt like as a performer, I could really connect the two together. Like I was like, as a performer and as a creative, I understand like what an actor wants out of the choreography and what a piece needs. Like you should never really notice the choreography too much other than it's supporting the story. And like I was really passionate about that, as well as making performers never have to sing something and dance something that was impossible for them to do, that didn't then show them off in the best light, because I always wanted to...
Because we're not all pink.
We aren't all pink.
No.
And so I think another reason why I was just so passionate, like that's what they saw in the interview. It was my passion of being like, I want to be a performer, I want to be a creative, and I want to be a choreographer because I feel so passionately about being a choreographer and giving performers what they need to enhance what already they have going on. Like I don't want to change them as a performer. I want to work with what they already have that is amazing, and that what makes them amazing, and bring that out of them and support them in that, and do everything as a creative to make them feel empowered as a performer. And like I was just so... And then I was also like, and I love Laura Murphy's music, and literally the second I hear all of her material, it makes my brain go crazy. And so I was like, and so I'm just like, and I just love a challenge. Like I love to learn. I love to challenge myself. Being someone who has a swing brain, like I'm always being like, what else can I do? And what else can I find? And like that really excites me.
Yeah.
And so, so that's kind of like how then that kind of unlocked itself.
Well, and obviously it did really well because you won awards.
I won an award, yes.
Yay!
Which was very cool and unexpected. Like I didn't even realize people were coming and watching the show that could potentially make us win awards. Like I was just so naive.
You're just like, look what I made. This is so fun.
I was just like, if you like it, cool. If it's not for you, that's okay.
Oh my God. All right, we are running out of time. So let's jump into Pretty Woman.
Yes.
She also did Women on the Verge of a Breakdown. She's done things like X Factor, blah, blah, blah. We're running out of time. And
unnecessary.
Like, she's so busy. All right, so we talked about with swings, you get a little bit of freedom of interpretation.
Yeah.
But for Pretty Woman, you understudy Sam.
I do. The iconic Samantha Jade, who also I am her biggest fan. She's literally the most incredible human on earth.
The photo of her zipping up your boots, I was like, stop, this is so cute.
No, she's literally she's one of the most humble, hardest, like so hardworking leading ladies that I have ever worked for. Like she just is so kind and considerate and cares about her covers and has the time of day for literally everyone in our company, just every single person, crew, cast, like she's just, we are so lucky to have her. Yeah, she's amazing.
And she smashes it.
Oh, and she is the most phenomenal Vivian. Just add that on top.
Yeah.
Her talent is like...
cherry.
Yeah, and she is also extremely talented.
Plus she's come into this world that like... I mean, we're just going to fangirl about Sam now.
Yeah, I mean, necessary.
She's come into the world of musical theatre and has like absorbed all the knowledge that she can to be part of this world.
Yeah, and she's been so open to that too. Like she's been wanting to learn from us. And has been like, tell me, like, what do I, is that good? Is this what we normally do during tech? And like, things that she just has never been taught before.
Yeah.
But was so open to the entire process and like learning from us. Because she was like, well, you guys are the pros at this. Like, you have done this all before. I haven't. And I think like, just like her openness and the fact that like she came into the rehearsals knowing the entire script already, like such a pro.
Legend.
Like she's just such a pro. And then she sings and you're like, like, she's literally the most iconic person.
So for you understudying her.
Yes. Big shoes to
Because
fill.
we're just gonna like
Big shoes to fill.
Big shoes to fill, but like, do you have to tailor your interpretation of Vivian to hers, being a direct understudy?
No. So
Awesome.
there are certain things that, you know, for music, for acting, for timings and things like that, it has to be the same.
Yeah.
But in terms of Vivian herself as a character, like there are, you know, there's a collection and a world of things that you have to stay true to play Vivian. But, you know, my version of Vivian compared to Artemis's version of Vivian compared to Sam's version of Vivian, they're all a little different because we are bringing a lot of qualities that are inherently us.
Yeah.
That us interpreting Vivian.
Yeah.
That has been just so beautifully encouraged.
I love seeing understudies for exactly this reason.
Yeah, which has been so nice because also I don't think that a performer really does get to, you know, I don't think a performer is doing themselves justice if they are just truly trying to be a cardboard copy of someone else.
Yeah.
And I think that, you know, incredible directors like Rusty and like Liam who have been guiding us through this process, you know, they have been encouraging our choices so that we are bringing our best selves to these roles while staying inside the box of what she has to be and the things that she has to do and the marks she has to hit and all those necessary things that keep it true to the story. But yeah, she definitely is a character as well that I think she's such a goofball. And like I am such a goofball in my everyday life. Like when I was learning the script, I was like, why does this sound like I'm just talking? Like it's giving a lot of that
Why
energy.
does this fit so much in like the energy of my life?
Yeah, no, literally. So I think we have been allowed a little bit of creative freedom to be able to bring our version of Vivian to the table, which is really beautiful. Yeah.
What's one thing that surprised you about this show?
I think the company have just been, like we are working with pros everywhere, off and on the stage. Like everyone has been so warm and encouraging and supportive from every angle. Like I just have, like, I'm very lucky. I've worked with many companies that I have felt supported through my entire career. It's not always the case where you get put with a company where everyone is just so beautiful and supportive. You hope that that's what's going to happen.
You guys seem super close.
Yeah, and everyone as well, like that is in this company, both crew and cast have all been in the industry for a while. Yeah. And so like everyone is such a pro and like we all get along so well. And yeah, just like the support for one another is just so beautiful.
Like a few of you performed at like a bar that we did this thing in Brisbane called the Mixer. And
that was so.
There was a whole like posse of like Pretty Woman cast coming to support you guys, and that was just so beautiful.
Yeah, literally. Like, and my husband also literally just flew up to like support me. He is another person that I haven't mentioned, but like is literally my number one supporter in life in everything I do. Like traveling and touring is not easy and like doing what I do is like crazy being in a long-term relationship, but like he makes it look so easy because
you guys have been together for a long time, right? Like
13 years. Yeah, he saw high school sweethearts.
I was gonna say
high school sweethearts, but he is like the most incredible and supportive husband like in the entire world.
Well, and he was hanging out with the Pretty Woman cast,
and he was like, no, he literally during Six he was like the seventh queen. Brilliant. Now during Pretty Woman, you know, he's one of the hookers on the boulevard as well. Like
just drag him on one night. Yeah. Anyone notice it will be fun.
Oh god,
because he'll know all this steps by that point.
Oh no, he knows all the Edward lines. Sorry, not a prostitute on the boulevard. He could be Edward understudy.
We'll bring him on with the suit.
That's right. Yeah, he'd be fantastic. Yes. But yeah, I had to say that like he is just like he is like my rock. Like I wouldn't be able to do.
He and your mum were sat next to us on opening night.
Stop!
We just managed to get these great seats next to Chiara's family, who like
the most supportive family in the whole time.
Just so beautiful. They were just beaming the whole time and like just
I know. I feel very lucky to have that support.
Yeah. All right. Well, that already ticks off the cast enjoying each other's company. If you were to sell tickets to Pretty Woman, what would be your sales pitch? Why should people come?
If you want a fun night out where you can just consume a show that makes you feel so good throughout, and then leaving just like singing and like feeling just like on top of the world. Like it's one of those shows that it's so easy to consume because it's familiar, it's funny, it's heartwarming, like it's just got everything that is like, you know, a recipe for like an incredible night out.
It's like the fashion in the costumes.
Oh yeah. Like that 80s fashion, like it's giving you everything you want at the theatre, which I think, especially in a time where we're like, joy is, for me personally, I'm like, I want to go out and I just want to feel joy, and that's exactly what this show brings you, just like an immense amount of joy. So I think if you want joy, come and watch the show.
Watch the show. Well, you guys are here for a few more weeks. You end your season here on the 23rd of November, and then you head to Sydney.
Yes.
They start in Sydney November 30th, guys, and then they tour to Perth, Adelaide, and Melbourne. If there's anybody in our audience, which there probably is nobody, that isn't already following you, where can they find you?
They can find me on Instagram, Chiara_Assetta. And TikTok, even though I've been terrible at posting on TikTok.
Really bad at TikTok.
I forget about TikTok all the time. But
on the occasional day that she decides to put up a TikTok.
That's right, yeah. And I'm on Facebook too. I have like a Facebook performer page as well where I update things, but mainly Instagram, really.
I mean, you could follow her brother. He posts about her.
You can follow my brother posts about me on TikTok more than I do.
All right. Well, thank you guys. Thank you, Chiara.
Thank you for having me. Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming to chat.